I am not such a coward.
That's a line from Severus Snape, and wow, it really hits differently when you start to unravel his whole journey, doesn't it? Welcome everyone to Artificially Literate. This is the space where we, take books, films, big ideas, and really get into them with some deep thought, some curiosity. We don't just skim the surface here. We try to break things down, explore the philosophical side, the literal meanings, find those little insights that maybe make you look at the world a little differently. So if you love stories, if you're searching for meaning, or maybe you just enjoy a good, thoughtful takeaway, then yeah, you're definitely in the right place. Today we're tackling something huge. We're doing an extraordinary deep dive into the epic conclusion of a saga that's, captured hearts for decades, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. And this isn't just the final book, is it? It's like this crucible, where everything we thought we knew about being a hero, about sacrifice, about good and evil, it all gets tested, challenged, and honestly kind of redefined.
Absolutely. And our mission today really is to properly dissect this incredibly intricate story. We want to go way beyond just a recap. We're aiming to uncover those profound themes, look at the really powerful character arcs, and pinpoint those specific moments, sometimes really heart-wrenching moments that make the book just so impactful, so enduring. And we'll also look at how some of those crucial elements, maybe through necessity, maybe by design, got interpreted or, sometimes changed or even a bit diminished in the movies, just to give you a richer feel for Rowling's original vision.
Exactly. So get ready. We're going to explore some genuinely critical choices, some moments of just agonizing sacrifice, and yeah, some surprising revelations too. You might even have a few of those aha moments, even if you've read the book like a dozen times before. We're navigating the final, pretty harrowing conflict of the wizarding world, facing its darkest corners, but also its most profound triumphs.
Yeah, the goal is for you to come away with a quick but really thorough understanding. We want to delve into different perspectives, but without, overwhelming you with information.
Right. We want you to see the world of Harry Potter, and maybe even the world around you, through a slightly refreshed, more analytical lens.
The Dark Lord ascending and the journey begins.
Okay, so let's just plunge right into the darkness. That opening scene, Rowling doesn't ease us in at all, does she?
Not one note.
She just throws us straight into Malfoy Manor, and the atmosphere is just chilling. It's more than a setting, it's making a statement right away. Can you picture it? That drawing room, just steeped in dread, maybe lit only by a fire, and everyone there is silent, terrified, aware of Voldemort at the head of the table. You can almost feel the cold reading it.
And what's immediately striking is Voldemort's display of power. It's absolute, but it's also so casual. And the cruelty is just shocking. This isn't some subtle threat. It's him saying, this is the New World Order and it's brutal. We see Snape there, and his presence alone is just loaded with tension. He gives Voldemort that crucial piece of intelligence, the Order's plan to move Harry on Saturday night. And Voldemort's red eyes locking on to Snape's black ones, that immediately ramps up the stakes. It's this silent, intense exchange. You feel Snape's incredibly perilous position playing this double game right in the heart of the danger.
And those power dynamics just keep unfolding in these horrifying ways, especially with Lucius Malfoy.
Oh, yeah.
Voldemort just coldly demands his wand, and Lucius is described as yellow-skinned, waxy, almost broken. It's this stark public humiliation.
Exactly. It's not just about control, it's about degradation, showing that even his most loyal, aristocratic followers are completely beneath him now, utterly at his mercy.
It really drives home how far the Malfoys have fallen. Stripped of their pride, their power, their privilege is basically a cage now.
That degradation of his own inner circle, that sets the tone perfectly. And then Rowling delivers this moment of just visceral horror, the cold-blooded murder of Charity Burbage.
Right, the Muggle Studies professor.
Suspended upside down over the table, and she's pleading to Snape for help. And Voldemort just delivers that chilling, completely unhesitating Avada Kedavra.
It's so swift, brutal, like a horrifying public execution. It shows the regime's cruelty, its total disregard for life.
That alone solidifies the terror, but what happens next is, if possible, even more grotesque. It shows this complete slide into barbarism.
Yeah, because Voldemort then just commands, "Dinner Nagini." And the snake slithers onto the table to consume her body. It's this sickening, primal image. It wipes away any sense of remaining humanity. It's not just murder, it's desecration. It symbolizes the dehumanization of his victims and also that dark, almost intimate bond he has with Nagini, his last Horcrux. So what does this all signal for the tone of the final book? I mean, this isn't just a dramatic opening, it's deliberate. It establishes the real cost of war, the moral decay, the absolute horror Harry and his friends are up against.
Right.
The films, they're intense, sure, but they sometimes maybe understandably shy away from this level of visceral, uncompromising darkness. But the book, it plunges you right in. No ambiguity about the evil they face from page 1.
Precisely. That first chapter alone sets the stakes and this pervasive sense of moral decay in a way that truly defines the whole book. And then, from that terrifying cruelty, Rowling shifts gears completely. To a surprisingly poignant moment, the Dursleys leaving Privet Drive.
It's such a stark contrast, isn't it? Almost it gives you whiplash. After all those years of, well, frankly, abuse and neglect, their final goodbye to Harry is surprisingly emotional, even for characters we've mostly despised.
It really feels like the closing of a very long, very painful chapter for Harry.
Yep.
And if you connect it to the bigger picture, it's symbolic, isn't it? Harry's last ties to his Muggle life are just being cut, severed. It's not just them leaving physically, it's Harry being left totally alone, fully in the Wizarding World's fight, with no real sanctuary left in the Muggle world.
And Daedalus Diggle and Hestia Jones are there, explaining the danger, because the Ministry's infiltrated. It underlines the urgency, how far Voldemort's reach extends now. But the real shocker here, the unexpected bit, is Dudley. After years of relentless bullying, Dudley hesitates. And then, in this genuinely stunning moment, he holds out his large pink hand to Harry. Harry's completely thrown, says, "Blimey, Dudley," while Aunt Petunia's sort of sobbing in the background. And Dudley thanks him for saving his life from the Dementors. It's just worlds away from their whole history.
It really is. And Aunt Petunia, that final unspoken glance she gives Harry, there's a flicker of something there, isn't there? Almost regret, maybe understanding, before she's gone for good.
A silent acknowledgement, maybe, of their shared, complicated past. Maybe even a fleeting thought about Lily's sacrifice.
That flicker is so subtle, but it says so much about everything unsaid, those suppressed emotions, the shadow of past choices. It's this powerful glimpse of humanity from characters you absolutely didn't expect it from.
You know, that small act from Dudley, it almost feels unearned after everything he put Harry through. What do you really make of it? Is it genuine, lasting change, or just a flicker under pressure?
That's a great question. Maybe it shows that even the most unlikely people can evolve or at least have a moment of clarity, especially when facing, real danger and mortality. It certainly challenges our idea of fixed characters.
It suggests people are rarely just one thing, even in dark times. It's a quiet but pretty profound moment of, well, maybe not full redemption, but recognition.
A testament perhaps to the idea that no one is entirely beyond change, or at least a moment of significant realization. And then right after this quiet, poignant farewell, Rowling throws us straight back into pure chaos.
Yes, the operation to move Harry. It immediately plunges us into battle. It's like a narrative shock, ripping away any sense of emotional calm.
The Battle of Seven Potters.
What an operation. Ingenious, incredibly risky. It just underscores the desperate measures the Order is resorting to now.
And it raises the question, why such an elaborate plan? And what were the immediate devastating costs?
Well, the plan involves 6 decoys, all using Polyjuice Potion to look like Harry.
Right, you have Ron, Hermione, Fred, George Fleur, even Mundungus Fletcher lining up, ready to put their lives on the line.
That act of collective sacrifice, multiple people willingly risking death for Harry, it immediately highlights the loyalty and love on the good side, doesn't it? Such a contrast to Voldemort's world of fear.
Definitely. And the transport methods are varied, too. Hagrid's motorbike for Harry, Thestral's brooms, all strategically paired to try and throw off the Death Eaters.
Moody specifically mentions they'd expect Harry on a broom, thanks to Snape's intelligence getting out, which shows how deeply Snape's information or disinformation has spread.
But despite all the planning, the bravery, the aerial attack is just intense, brutally efficient, Death Eaters pursuing relentlessly, and then, terrifyingly, Voldemort himself joins the chase.
And he can fly now, without a broom.
Which makes him even more formidable, unpredictable, a creature of pure magic.
And amidst that chaos, the first brutal loss, Hedwig.
Oh, Hedwig.
Killed by a green light. It's not just a casualty, it's calculated by Rowling. Hedwig's Harry's last link to his childhood, to discovering the wizarding world. Her sudden, violent death signals, pretty unequivocally, that childhood is over. The war has started, ruthlessly. Harry's described as refusing to believe that she was dead.
And the losses keep coming. George Weasley loses an ear to Snape's curse, which leads to that incredibly dark Weasley-esque humor.
I'm holy. Fred, get it.
Delivered with this wry, painful wit, it's levity, but the pain is real. Even the most joyous characters aren't safe from the war's touch.
And then the grim news from Bill. Mad Eye's dead.
Yeah. Voldemort got him directly after Mundungus panicked and disapparated, leaving Moody exposed.
Mad Eye Moody. The ultimate survivor, always vigilant. Gone. Just like that, it's a massive shock.
Yeah.
Symbolizes the fall of the old guard, the vulnerability of even the best fighters.
His death is particularly impactful because he was vigilance personified. It just underscores how overwhelming Voldemort's forces are now.
I remember reading that sequence for the first time, and it just felt like punches to the gut, one after another.
Mm-hmm.
It's such a stark reminder of the immediate sacrifices being made right from the start of this book. It grounds the fantasy in this very real, very painful sense of loss. The film shows the action, sure, the visuals are thrilling, but the book makes you feel the weight, the suddenness of these losses. It hits you emotionally, emphasizing the personal cost for Harry and everyone close to him.
That rapid succession of devastating events just leaves Harry reeling, forces him to face mortality directly, and after all that intensity, we shift again to the quiet solemnity of Dumbledore's will, which, instead of providing answers, just raises more questions.
It's almost like Dumbledore, even dead, is still pulling strings, still challenging Harry.
Definitely. What a frustrating situation for Harry, Ron, and Hermione. It's like Dumbledore left them this massive, intentionally cryptic riddle, leaving Harry feeling disoriented, maybe even a little betrayed.
What's fascinating is Dumbledore's deliberate inscrutability, isn't it? Leaving them with these seemingly random objects, forcing them to think for themselves.
And then the Minister of Magic, Rufus Scrimgeour, shows up at the Burrow on Harry's 17th birthday, no less.
Right, ostensibly to distribute the bequests, but really, he's there to interrogate them, isn't he? Trying to get Dumbledore's secrets, or maybe use Harry for ministry PR?
Clearly. And the bequests themselves are just so strange, so loaded with potential meaning.
Ron gets the Deluminator, Dumbledore's own invention. Ron has no clue what it really does, just mumbles, put out lights, I suppose, completely unaware of how it will save him later.
Hermione gets the tales of Beedle the Bard, wizarding fairy tales. She looks bemused, having only read Muggle stories. It highlights that cultural difference, but also hints at the power of these old stories.
And Harry gets the snitch, the very first one he caught, with that incredibly cryptic message, I opened at the close.
And he instinctively knows not to open it in front of Scrimgeour. He senses its personal importance.
Scrimgeour also reveals Dumbledore wanted Harry to have the Sword of Gryffindor, but the Ministries confiscated it, calling it an important historical artifact.
Harry's anger flares up there. He sees the Ministry actively working against Dumbledore's wishes, trying to control symbols of resistance.
And as if the confusing bequests aren't enough, Dumbledore's reputation is being attacked at the same time.
Yes. Rita Skeeter's book, Dumbledore the Truth at Last, accusing him of a murky past, dark arts, a fishy family, painting him as deceptive, dangerous.
Then at the wedding, Auntie Muriel chips in with her vicious gossip about Dumbledore's sister, Ariana, even suggesting he might have killed his squib sister. Adding to Harry's disillusionment, it's a calculated attack on Dumbledore's legacy.
It's a full-on assault on his image, designed to sow doubt, instability, not just in Harry's mind, but across the whole wizarding world, undermining the symbol of hope.
So what does this all mean for Harry's trust? It's a deliberate deconstruction of that wise old mentor trope, isn't it?
It really is.
It forces Harry, and us, to think about whether a leader's virtue lies in being perfect, or in the tough, sometimes morally gray choices they make for the greater good, even if those choices involve secrecy, manipulation.
It challenges our comfort with simple hero narratives, echoes how real public figures can be built up and then torn down.
Dumbledore comes across not as infallible, but as deeply human, burdened by his past, making choices that were both brilliant and, frankly, manipulative for what he believed was right. It forces Harry to grow up, to move beyond blind faith and rely on his own moral compass.
The Horcrux hunt and deepening shadows.
Okay, we are diving even deeper now, right into the heart of the Wizarding World's biggest mystery, navigating betrayals, desperate searches. It's intense stuff. And hey, if you're enjoying this conversation on Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, just a quick reminder, you can follow Artificially Literate for more deep dives like this.
Yeah, you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you get your podcasts, basically.
Yeah.
We love having you along for these journeys of discovery. Your support really helps us keep digging into these amazing stories.
So, back to the story. That wedding, Bill and Fleur's wedding. It should have been this moment of joy, right? Bit of light in the darkness.
Definitely needed.
but it just instantly shatters any illusion of safety. It's almost jarring how quickly they're forced back into flight, into desperation. What do you think that immediate vulnerability says about the state of things? Voldemort's reach.
It starkly shows how fast and complete Voldemort's takeover was. Kingsley Shacklebolt's Patronus, the Lynx, arrives with that chilling message. The Ministry has fallen. Scrimgeour is dead. They are coming.
Just like that.
One message. And any remaining hope of order, of safety, is just gone. It's a total collapse of authority, happening with terrifying speed. No time to process, no time to prepare.
And their escape, apparating to Tottenham Court Road.
Yeah.
They're immediately attacked, which reveals that terrifying new twist, the taboo on Voldemort's name. Uttering his name isn't just forbidden. It's like a magical tripwire. It breaks protective spells, alerts Death Eaters to your exact location.
It transforms language itself into a weapon against them. Every whisper of his name becomes potentially fatal, dramatically ups the danger.
Their first thought for safety is Grimmauld Place. But even that sanctuary, which seemed impenetrable,
proves compromised. Hermione's quick thinking gets them there, but it has this unforeseen, devastating consequence. She accidentally brings Yaxley, the Death Eater, inside the Fidelius Charm's protection because he grabbed onto her as they disapparated.
Oh, that moment of realization must have been horrific for her.
She says it with such clarity. I forced him to let go, but I'd already taken him inside the Fidelius Charm's protection. Since Dumbledore died, we're secret keepers, so I've given him the secret, haven't I?
Grimmauld Place. Gone as a safe haven.
Yeah. That pivotal moment strips them of their last perceived safe place, emphasizes their total isolation. It shows Hermione's quick thinking in escaping, but also the devastating cost of even a tiny lapse against such persistent dark magic. They are truly, utterly alone now. No solid ground left.
It just creates this new, desperate level of urgency. The threat is just relentless. But before Grimmauld Place is completely lost to them, hidden away there, they find a clue that unravels this tragic, heroic story.
And leads to this profound reevaluation of a character we mostly just saw as grumpy and resentful.
Creature.
Exactly. For so long, just a minor cantankerous house elf. But what's fascinating is how this reveals layers of loyalty, self-sacrifice that were completely hidden.
Hermione figures out R.A.B. from the note in the fake locket. Regulus Arcturus Black.
Sirius's brother, the one who joined the Death Eaters. That connection alone starts reshaping how we see the Black family's complicated history.
And the truth comes out through Creature's flashback. After Harry actually treats him with some kindness, Creature tells this heart-wrenching story.
About Voldemort forcing him to drink the potion in the cave. And then Regulus, showing incredible bravery, goes back with Creature, makes the elf drink it again, but then drinks it himself, endures the torment.
And sacrifices his own life to switch the real locket, the Horcrux, with the fake one.
Creature reveals he couldn't destroy the real locket and that Mundungus Fletcher later stole it from Grimmauld Place.
It completely recontextualizes Regulus, doesn't it? No longer just a Death Eater brother, but someone who died trying to undo Voldemort's greatest evil. A quiet hero who saw the darkness he'd once embraced.
And Creature's telling of this trauma is so moving. It reveals the inner life, the pain of a character we'd previously just dismissed.
This is where it gets really interesting for me. Creature's story isn't just a plot point. It's this powerful narrative about redemption, about the impact of kindness, how seemingly insignificant characters hold vital pieces of the puzzle.
And how their loyalties can be completely transformed.
His loyalty shifts dramatically after Harry gives him the fake locket, treats him with respect. A huge contrast to how the Blacks, even Sirius, treated him.
And his cooking improves. Today's French onion was as good as Harry had ever tasted. It's subtle, but it's a beautiful metaphor for his healing, his new sense of purpose.
Yeah. That character arc, with its nuance and history, often gets reduced in the films, doesn't it? Losing some of that impact on themes of servitude, empathy, the hidden heroism of the overlooked.
It's a subtle but powerful reminder of the dignity and complexity of all characters, whatever their status. Following this, though, we get a very tense, deeply personal encounter, one that challenges our perception of a really beloved character, Remus Lupin.
Oh, this scene is uncomfortable. It really makes you question what people are capable of under immense pressure and fear.
What does it reveal about courage, responsibility, the pressures of war on even the most, seemingly morally upright people?
Lupin turns up at Grimmauld Place, looking prematurely lined, clearly under huge strain, not his usual composed self at all.
He offers to join the trio, offers his protection, but the real reason he's there, it's a confession. He reveals this deep guilt, this shame over marrying Tonks, having a child. He's terrified he's passed on his werewolf condition.
He agonizes over it. My kind don't usually breed. It'll be like me. I'm convinced of it. How can I forgive myself?
It's this heartbreaking self-loathing, a crisis of confidence that's driving him to consider abandoning his family out of fear.
And Harry's reaction is surprisingly harsh. Furious even.
Yeah.
He just rejects Lupin's plea, accuses him of abandoning his family. I'm pretty sure my father would have wanted to know why you aren't sticking with your own kid, actually. He even says, I'd be pretty ashamed of him.
It's brutal, especially coming from Harry, an orphan himself. Is it fair, though?
Maybe not entirely fair, but it's brutally honest, isn't it? Harry's outburst shows his own growing sense of responsibility, his maturity forged through constant loss.
While it seems incredibly harsh, it forces Lupin to confront his fears, his responsibilities, rather than run from them. It reveals Harry's unwavering moral compass, even if it means delivering painful truths, reminding Lupin of his duty as a father, a duty James Potter exemplified.
Harry, having lost so much, just can't tolerate what he sees as abandoning family. It's a moment that forces both of them and us to grapple with really difficult ethical choices, the burden of parenthood in wartime.
And as the Horcrux hunt drags on, the psychological toll on the trio just becomes immense. Their resolve is tested like never before, pushing them right to their limits.
What's fascinating here is how the Horcrux itself, the locket plus the constant deprivation, how it systematically attacks and erodes their friendship.
They're living rough, in the wilderness, constantly moving. They did not dare remain in any one area too long. Food is scarce. Hermione's struggling to find anything edible. Ron's getting unreasonable and irascible from hunger. It's a physical sign of the mental strain.
And the locket, that Horcrux, it exerts this dark, insidious power. It just amplifies all their negative emotions, their suspicions, especially when they wear it.
Harry's scar is prickling more. His visions show Voldemort's rage about the Elder Wand thieves, adding to the pressure.
And Ron, under its influence, gets more and more disillusioned. His constant question, so where next? It echoes his frustration with Harry's lack of a clear plan. It's bitterness born from fear, from self-doubt.
And it all culminates in that fierce argument, heavily fueled by the Horcrux's magic, which tragically leads to Ron's sudden, painful departure.
He's gone to separate it.
Harry and Hermione are left alone, devastated. Hermione shaking with sobs, Harry feeling this corrosive hatred toward Ron.
It's a shattering blow, leaves them utterly isolated, vulnerable. It exposes how fragile human bonds can be under that kind of relentless pressure. Sometimes the biggest threats aren't external, they're internal, fueled by our deepest insecurities.
The book really makes you sit with that uncomfortable truth, that psychological warfare.
This isn't just a low point. It's a brutal look at how external threats, combined with that insidious magic, can just dismantle trust, friendship. The book dwells on this isolation, this despair, lets you feel the weight of their broken friendship, the corrosive impact, which often feels different in a film's faster pace, you know. It struggles to convey that prolonged emotional torment sometimes.
It's a testament to Rowling's unflinching portrayal of emotional trauma in war.
Yeah.
As Hermione put it so well, understanding the darkness they faced. The more I've read about them, she said, the more horrible they seem, and the less I can believe that he actually made 6. It warns in this book how unstable you make the rest of your soul by ripping it, and that's just by making one Horcrux.
The Hallows, sacrifices, and final battle.
Right. Even when they're at their absolute lowest point, these glimmers of hope, these crucial connections, they just appear, often in the most unexpected ways.
It feels like a testament to the enduring, almost mystical magic of that world, doesn't it? Even when all seems lost, some unseen hand seems to be guiding things.
And Godric's Hollow, connecting this to the bigger picture, it's such a place of profound significance for Harry, almost sacred ground.
It forces him to confront his past, his deepest grief, the very origins of his destiny. He and Hermione make this poignant visit there on Christmas Eve, a time usually about warmth, family, making their isolation feel even starker.
That graveyard scene is incredibly moving, soaked in quiet tragedy. Finding his parents' graves, Lily and James, and the Dumbledore family too, Kendra and Ariana, Hermione placing the wreath. It's a quiet, shared moment of remembrance, a tribute to sacrifice.
But that solemnity is just violently shattered. The encounter with Nagini, horrifyingly disguises Basilda Bagshot, leads to this fierce, desperate fight.
And in the chaos, Hermione's blasting curse rebounds off Nagini and breaks Harry's wand, his Holly and Phoenix wand, nearly severed in two.
That's not just losing a tool, it's severing his deepest magical connection, a symbol of his identity, a devastating blow to his confidence.
Huge blow, a symbolic break with his past and literally disarming him. But then, a truly miraculous moment.
Silver Doe.
Yeah, this mysterious Silver Doe Patronus appears, an ethereal beacon of hope. Leads Harry to a frozen pond where, unbelievably, Gryffindor's sword is lying.
And then Ron returns. Guided by the Deluminator, another light appeared right outside my window, drawing him back. He saves Harry from drowning and retrieves the sword.
That return, prompted by Dumbledore's magic, it really feels like intervention from beyond the grave. Destiny weaving itself together.
Ron's return is pivotal, and what happens next is maybe even more significant than just him being back.
Using the sword, Ron destroys the locket Horcrux, but not before it taunts him viciously with his deepest fears.
Least loved, always, by the mother who craved a daughter. Least loved, now by the girl who prefers your friend. Second best, always, eternally overshadowed.
It's brutal, a psychological attack hitting all his insecurities, but Ron overcomes it, sheer force of will, proving his loyalty is courage.
That scene really externalizes their internal struggles, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Makes the Horcrux's influence terrifyingly real, deeply personal. It's not just destroying an object, it's Ron's triumph over self-doubt.
This is where it gets really interesting for me. Ron's return isn't just about friendship reuniting. It's a powerful story about confronting inner demons, proving loyalty, and him actively taking part in the hunt. It's essential for his growth. And the imagery. The Silver Doe, the sword appearing, it really feels like divine intervention. Dumbledore's continued, cryptic guidance, even after all the doubts Harry had. It restores hope, purpose, reinforces they aren't entirely alone.
It's a moment of profound spiritual, emotional reinforcement, signaling that despite the darkness, the light of Dumbledore's plan is still unfolding.
That mix of profound loss and miraculous intervention just drives the story forward with new urgency.
And with this renewed hope, the trio starts seeking answers about that mysterious symbol, which leads them to a truly eccentric and ultimately tragic informant.
And who else could it be but Xenophilius Lovegood, Luna's dad?
He always brings that touch of the bizarre, the conspiratorial, doesn't he? But this time, it's crucial lore.
So this raises the question, what exactly are the Deathly Hallows? And how do they contrast, philosophically, with Voldemort's Horcruxes?
The trio visits Xenophilius, who's wearing that strange triangular symbol they've seen, the Deathly Hallows symbol. He explains the legend, whimsical yet profound. The three Hallows? The Elder Wand, unbeatable, the Resurrection Stone, brings back the dead, and the Invisibility Cloak, a true one.
Which Harry realizes he already has.
Right, and it's a completely different philosophy of power compared to the Horcruxes, isn't it?
Totally. And there are different opinions on which Hallow they'd choose. Hermione sees it as just a morality tale about greed. Ron wants the wand's power. Harry initially longs for the stone to see his loved ones. It reflects their characters, their desires, their fears.
Harry's sudden realization about his own cloak being a Hallow, that's a small but potent moment, recontextualizes this treasured childhood item.
But Xenophilius' eccentricity quickly turns into heartbreaking desperation. He tries to betray Harry to the Death Eaters.
Reveals why with raw honesty. They took my Luna because of what I've been writing. He's hoping to trade Harry for her return.
That betrayal, though born of understandable parental anguish, it's harsh. A reminder of the terrible choices people are forced into.
And through this, Harry has another critical realization. Voldemort isn't just after power in general. He's specifically hunting the Elder Wand. He understands its unique, unbeatable nature.
You know who's after the Elder Wand? That shifts the whole focus of the war, doesn't it?
Absolutely. So what does this new objective, the Hallows, mean? It offers a different path to victory, not based on division tearing the soul apart like Horcruxes, but on mastering death itself.
Accepting it, the cloak, confronting it, the stone, leading paradoxically to acceptance, and being its master, the wand.
The book delves much deeper into this lore, its philosophical implications accepting death versus terrified avoidance than the films really have time for. It makes it a richer thematic experience. It highlights that Harry's true heroism isn't just fighting, but his willingness to confront and accept death, unlike Voldemort.
That contrast between Hallows and Horcruxes is so vital for understanding the series' core philosophy and Harry's unique destiny.
And then, following this, a sudden brutal capture. throws the trio right into the heart of enemy territory, leading to one of the most heartbreaking moments in the whole saga.
Malfoy Manor, again, just hearing the name now, shivers, especially after that opening chapter. It's pure, concentrated evil, and they're trapped, vulnerable.
What's fascinating and horrifying? Here's the sheer desperation and the ultimate act of loyalty that unfolds, proving heroes can come from the most unexpected places.
Harry accidentally says Voldemort's name, triggers the taboo. They're captured by Snatchers, including the terrifying Fenrir Greyback.
Brought to Malfoy Manor and Hermione. She's tortured by Bellatrix Lestrange, the Cruciatus Curse. For information about the sword, it's incredibly raw. Ron shouting, "Hermione! Hermione!" in agony. Harry's desperate, highlights the pure sadism driving Voldemort's followers.
Just pure terror, a real test of their resolve. But then, a beacon of light, a force of pure, unwavering heroism arrives, unexpectedly. Dobby the house elf, summoned by Harry through that mirror fragment. He heroically helps Luna, Dean, Ollivander escape the cellar, causes the chandelier to fall, distracting Bellatrix, creating an opening. Incredible bravery from the little elf. He's come so far from servitude. Truly free, fearless good.
But his heroism comes at this tragic, devastating cost. As they disapparate, Bellatrix, just pure spite, throws her silver knife, fatally wounds Dobby.
His last words, whispered to Harry.
"Harry Potter." It's devastating, profound, gut-wrenching grief. Harry, heartbroken, insists on burying Dobby without magic, digs the grave by hand at Shell Cottage, this deeply personal, primal act of mourning.
Luna gently closes his eyes. The white stone reads, "Here lies Dobby, a free elf."
This is where it gets really interesting, doesn't it? Dobby, often comic relief in earlier books, makes the ultimate sacrifice. Cements his status not just as loyal friend, but a true hero. His freedom meant everything.
The moment is so raw, poignant, shows the impact of freedom, loyalty, the redemptive power of love, especially from someone who started enslaved.
The book captures the grief, the dignity of this loss, with an intensity that's hard to fully convey in a film's runtime. Sometimes brevity diminishes the weight of such a significant death. It's a profound testament to choice, the inherent worth of every individual, regardless of station.
Dobby's sacrifice is a powerful emotional anchor, reminds us of the true cost of war for everyone, from the most powerful wizard to the smallest house elf.
And with Dobby avenged, the trio embarks on their most daring mission yet. Gringotts, the high-stakes heist at the Wizarding Bank.
This sequence is just pure adrenaline, a heart-stopping break from the emotional toll, plunging us into this thrilling, action-packed adventure. Tests their ingenuity to the absolute limit.
And it raises the question, what lengths are they willing to go to now? And what are the unexpected, chaotic consequences of such a brazen act?
They bargain with Griphook the Goblin, help breaking into Bellatrix's vault in exchange for the Sword of Gryffindor. It's a morally gray alliance, isn't it? Shows their desperation, trusting someone whose loyalties are known to be fickle.
Their plan involves Polyjuice Potion Hermione, as Bellatrix, Harry, and Ron under the cloak, using the Imperious Curse on goblins. The vault itself, a labyrinth of dangers. Multiplication curse, a blind dragon guarding it.
That dragon detail is shocking, speaks volumes about the cruelty sometimes present even towards magical creatures in their world.
They manage to get Hufflepuff's cup, the Horcrux.
Yeah?
But then Griphook, true to his nature, betrays them, snatches the sword during the escape, abandons them.
A double cross. Leaves them trapped deep inside the bank's most secure vaults. Incredibly perilous.
Then, in this moment of sheer audacity, maybe genius, maybe desperation, Harry unleashes the dragon, frees it from his torment.
Imagine that, flying out of Gringotts, not just escaping, but on a dragon's back, soaring over London. The book paints such a vivid, unbelievable picture. Harry, Ron, and Hermione flat on its back, scraped against the ceiling. It's iconic. Heart-stopping defiance.
And this audacious escape has immediate, huge repercussions. Harry's scar sears. He feels Voldemort's raw fury, his agonizing realization that the Horcruxes are being systematically destroyed.
Voldemort knows the diary's gone, the cup's stolen. His immortality, his greatest safeguard, is crumbling. It's a massive escalation point. Voldemort's no longer dismissive, he's terrified. Enraged.
That psychic connection gives Harry this direct line into Voldemort's tormented mind. Makes the stakes incredibly personal, intensifies the psychological war.
So what does this all mean? This high-octane sequence shows their bravery, ingenuity, sheer will, but it also triggers Voldemort's full, unrestrained fury, escalates the conflict dramatically, forces him to confront the erosion of his immortality.
The scale, the visual detail of the dragon escape in the book is just breathtaking. A truly iconic image marking a major turning point. pushes Voldemort into his desperate final counterattack. It's the moment he knows his greatest fears are real.
Yeah.
You are the seventh Horcrux, Harry, the Horcrux he never meant to make. Albus Dumbledore.
The Hallows, sacrifices, and final battle.
And so our journey reaches its peak at Hogwarts, a place that was always about safety, learning, now tragically transformed into this brutal battlefield. And it reveals a shocking truth that just recontextualizes everything. Everything we thought we knew about characters, loyalties, the whole plan.
What's profoundly fascinating here is how all the plot lines just converge, and the ultimate revelations completely reshape our understanding. The trio returns to Hogwarts through Aberforth's secret passage from the Hog's Head, meets Neville, Dumbledore's army in the Room of Requirement. It's this gathering of allies, expected and unexpected, a rallying cry of defiance right in the heart of the resistance.
Professor McGonagall, Flitwick, Sprout, even Slughorn, they bravely prepare Hogwarts for battle, marshalling students, house elves, statues. Their determination is incredible.
And Voldemort issues that chilling demand, projected into everyone's minds, "Give me Harry Potter, none shall be harmed." The tension is absolute. Hogwarts stands firm, refuses to surrender Harry.
But before that final confrontation, we get the devastating truth about Snape. Changes everything.
Snape's death, orchestrated by Voldemort, who believes Snape is the master of the Elder Wand, orders Nagini to kill him with that bitter question, "Why doesn't it work for me, Severus?"
Harry collects Snape's dying memories, views them in the pensive, The Prince's Tale.
And it's profoundly moving. Unveils Snape's childhood friendship, his unrequited lifelong love for Lily Potter, immortalized in that one word, always.
Shows his true role as Dumbledore's spy, his constant secret protection of Harry. The real reason for Dumbledore's planned death, passing the Elder Wand's allegiance without murder, a complex, strategic move.
And the Silver Doe Patronus, always a mystery, revealed to be Snape's, a manifestation of his enduring love, a guiding light connecting him to Harry in this completely unexpected way. It shatters all prior assumptions, transforms Snape from villain to tragic hero, driven by undying love.
It's absolutely heartbreaking, game-changing, shifts our entire understanding of Snape, one of the most complex, poignant figures in literature, surely.
Without a doubt.
But the revelations don't stop there. Harry faces the agonizing truth, revealed through Snape's memories. He is the seventh Horcrux. And Dumbledore's plan always required Harry's sacrifice to defeat Voldemort completely. Harry realizes with painful clarity his lifespan had always been determined by how long it took to eliminate all the Horcruxes.
It's a gut-wrenching betrayal in a way, but also the ultimate testament to Dumbledore's long game and Harry's predetermined, selfless destiny.
It's a gut punch. For Harry, for the reader. It fundamentally changes his quest from just fighting Voldemort to sacrificing himself for everyone else.
And amidst all this, the battle rages, bringing immense, heart-wrenching loss. Fred Weasley.
Oh, Fred.
A beacon of joy, laughter, tragically killed, prompting Molly Weasley's iconic furious cry at Bellatrix, "Not my daughter, you bitch!"
Remus Lupin and Nymphadora Tonks also fall, leaving their newborn son, Teddy, an orphan. Continuing that tragic cycle of war and loss that's haunted Harry's own life.
And as the chaos continues, Harry discovers the location of Ravenclaw's lost diadem, another Horcrux. Gets the information from Helena Ravenclaw, the Grey Lady. Hidden in the Room of Requirement, shows even ghosts hold vital secrets.
And Ron and Hermione, quick thinking, courage, use basilisk fangs from the Chamber of Secrets to destroy the diadem, just before Crabbe's uncontrolled fiend fire consumes it. A powerful moment of their combined effort, their strategic thinking.
The Room of Requirement, once a place of safety, ingenuity, becomes a scene of destruction and triumph as that Horcrux is finally dealt with.
This is where it gets really interesting again. Snape's redemption. It's undeniably one of the most powerful character arcs ever, completely changing our perception. From sinister professor to tragic, loyal hero, driven by a love transcending death.
And the revelation of Harry as a Horcrux, the ultimate twist, sets up that unthinkable sacrifice.
The emotional weight of these losses, Fred, Lupin, Tonks, the truth about Snape, it's immense. The book builds these moments meticulously, makes them resonate so deeply, you feel the profound personal cost of this war.
It's a masterclass in character development, plot twists, a testament to the power of sacrificial love.
And the climax then shifts to Harry's ultimate choice, a journey beyond life, and the confrontation that decides everything.
This is it, the final epic showdown. Harry's ultimate act of bravery, selflessness, walking towards death, knowing it's the only way. Profound personal courage.
And connecting it to the bigger picture, it explores these huge themes: free will versus destiny, the power of love, accepting mortality.
Harry makes that choice, walks into the Forbidden Forest to meet Voldemort, accepts his fate, embraces death as necessary.
And the spirits of James, Lily, Sirius, Lupin appear from the Resurrection Stone, comforting him, giving him strength in those final moments.
Voldemort casts the killing curse, but instead of dying, Harry finds himself in that limbo-like King's Cross, meets Dumbledore.
Iconic scene. Bathed in that soft, ethereal light, Dumbledore, calm, wise, explains Harry's survival. Lily's protection, living in Voldemort's blood, tethering Harry to life. Explains the true nature of the Horcruxes, the full truth about the Hallows.
You were the seventh Horcrux, Harry, the Horcrux he never meant to make, Dumbledore confirms, bringing clarity after years of confusion.
That conversation in King's Cross is this profound philosophical anchor, gives clarity, purpose to all the sacrifice, all the confusion leading up to this.
Harry returns to his body. Alive, chooses life. And in this pivotal, unexpected moment, Narcissa Malfoy, seeking confirmation about Draco, asks Harry if he's alive, and then, with quiet defiance, lies to Voldemort. He is dead.
That act of maternal love may be selfish but understandable, protecting her son. It allows Harry to return to the battle unnoticed, a hidden force of defiance.
The battle resumes with new fury, ignited by the false news of Harry's death. And Neville Longbottom, incredible courage, leadership, pulls Gryffindor's sword from the Sorting Hat, shouts Dumbledore's army, and kills Nagini, the final Horcrux.
A moment of ultimate triumph for the underdog, the often overlooked hero.
Then, in the Great Hall, the final duel, Harry versus Voldemort. Harry, calm, assured, reveals the truth about the Elder Wand. Its true master was Draco, who disarmed Dumbledore. Then its allegiance passed to Harry, who disarmed Draco.
The true master of the Elder Wand was Draco Malfoy, Harry declares, unraveling Voldemort's last desperate gambit.
Completely undermines Voldemort's power, turns his ultimate weapon against him. Poetic justice.
Voldemort's own killing curse rebounds off Harry's simple Expelliarmus, destroys him, finally, completely. Leaves nothing but a hollow husk.
And the epilogue, 19 years later, gives us that glimpse into the future. Harry, Ron, Hermione, adults, sending their kids to Hogwarts.
Ron and Hermione's banter with Rosie about Scorpius Malfoy. Ron quips, "Thank God you inherited your mother's brains." Harry's still wearing Fabian Prewitt's old watch. A symbol of continuity, the past honored, carried into a peaceful future.
So what's the legacy? For these characters, for the series, it's not just good triumphing over evil, is it?
No, it's about understanding complex motivations, accepting profound sacrifice for the greater good, the enduring, transformative power of family, friendship. That's what defines true strength.
The book closes a chapter not just for Harry, but for a whole generation. Leaves us with this powerful message about choices, values, the enduring nature of love.
The triumph isn't simple victory. It's hard-won peace, forged in sacrifice, accepting mortality. It shows true strength isn't avoiding death, like Voldemort thought, but facing it with courage, empathy, and those unbreakable bonds of love and friendship, creating a legacy beyond individual lives.
And of course, the words that echo through it all, tying everything together, that final, heartbreaking, illuminating piece of the puzzle. After all this time, always, said Snape.
Outro.
Wow.
What an incredible, often harrowing, and ultimately, triumphant journey we've taken through Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, from those brutal opening encounters with Voldemort to the final, hard-won defeat. We've explored the depths of sacrifice, the power of hidden loyalties, and that enduring strength of friendship that just holds everything together, even when it seems like it's about to break.
This deep dive really highlights the intricate layering in J.K. Rowling's storytelling, doesn't it? Presenting characters in all their complex, often morally ambiguous glory, constantly challenging our initial perceptions.
Absolutely.
The book's comprehensive narrative brings these philosophical and literal meanings to life in a way that, honestly, no adaptation, however good, can fully capture. It really demands engagement, pushes you to question, to feel, to understand the costs of war and the power of love.
Well, thank you for joining us on Artificially Literate for this unforgettable deep dive. It's truly been a privilege to unpack such a monumental work with you all.
We really hope you've maybe gained some new insights, perhaps re-examined your own memories of the wizarding world, and just enjoyed looking at Harry Potter a little differently.
Be sure to check out our other deep dives. Follow Artificially Literate for more explorations of books, films, and ideas. And stay tuned for our next literary adventure. Until next time, keep seeking meaning, keep challenging assumptions, and remember our guiding principle. Both hosts in unison. Feed your brain, starve your inner fool.